All right, let's talk about what's next for Canelo Alvarez, and what's next for Dimitri Bivol as well too. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, subscribe button, it's the bell icon button, hit on notifications, increase chance and notifications. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there that's watching and who ain't watching. So, obviously, if you didn't know, Canelo Alvarez lost last night, and I didn't know that neither. So I woke up in the morning. I started to check my phone. I got up at 3 to use it, but I just didn't check my phone. But he lost to Dimitri Bivol last night, 115, 113 on all three scorecards, which was outrageous because he literally lost 9-3, 8-4 at the most, you know, or at the least. And I think he possibly had a rematch clause, and he had a rematch clause in there. But should he take it? I mean, at the end of the day, that's been a style that haunted him his whole career. Athletic, some athletic guys who can move, who got IQ. You know, Bivol just built on what Floyd did. Didn't load up, just kept touching him, even though his right hand probably had the potential to hurt or even put Canelo out cold. He didn't throw it like that. He didn't throw it for power. He just touched him. He just went in there and he didn't feel like he had to go get a knockout. He didn't feel that he had to hurt him. He went in there and did what he did, but stepped it up. That's what he did. That's how he fight, but he just stepped it up. He ramped the engine up. And the thing about it, if Canelo do think about taking a rematch, you got to think about him building on what he did because he could have did better in that fight. To be honest, it was that time when he had Canelo pinned on the ropes. He really could have threw that right hand viciously. He really could have threw it viciously, bro. So, but he didn't. He didn't get Canelo the opportunity to catch him out of position, to catch him or possibly hurt him. Now I don't know, where he rated his power at, which I had to listen to some of the interviews. But for Canelo, the thing about him is, it depends on what you want to do. You got outclassed last night. It might have said 115, 113, and maybe you look at it that way and say, well, maybe if I stepped up a little bit more, they would have gave it to me. But you already know what people will say. It was a robbery. It was a robbery. So I mean, can he really beat him? I'm not sure. Let's Bivol, go back to Russia or go party and get out of shape and celebrate. I mean, I'm not sure because obviously the ideal fight to make for Bivol is at this point is for the fans at this point is the winner of Arthur BetterBF and Joe Smith Jr. And that's a fight that you kind of look like he'd been avoiding. But Bob Arum did say he wasn't interested in that fight. He born. Now that would change after this fight. Now, do we got a chance versus BetterBF? Yeah, he got a chance. But it won't be like this. Like his defense gonna have to be on point versus BetterBF. Because his defense is on point versus Canelo. But the thing about BetterBF, he punches through guards. He had to really box him, take his place. But like I said, it's always somebody in your division or in your generation of boxing around your division that can take your shot and keep going. And Dimitri Bivol might be that guy. He might be able to take Arthur BF shot and show it, make BF do something different. But I mean, like I said, it's an interesting fight. Now, somebody did go like a 12 with BF, but they got knocked out in 12. Forget it was on ESPN. But that's a great fight. But at what price? I mean, BF is fighting in the theater room. Obviously they can't go back to Russia. BF is a Canadian. He's a Canadian citizen now, so maybe they go to Canada and do it. But if Bivol was able to, beat Canelo again, and I mean, what else? High profile fight? Can he get David Benavidez to move up? And Benavidez said that's the hardest right hand that he ever felt so far in boxing. So can he get David Benavidez to move up? Can he entice somebody to move up to build on his stardom? Because he don't really have a personality. And even if you say no Canelo, no BetterBF, you got to take this momentum and maximize it and build on it. And you say, well, what do you mean by take this momentum? But put him in there with guys that's gonna bring the best out of him. Go in there and put him in there with guys that's gonna bring the best out of him. Guys that's gonna pressure him, guys that's gonna push him, guys that's gonna really make his style. Now, if you get in there with another boxer that don't take no chances, then he gonna lose all the fanfare he got versus Canelo. Because I don't know if he speak English or whatever. I think he speak a little English, but he doesn't have that flamboyant style. He got a good style, but you got to put him in there with guys that's gonna push him and really gonna bring the dog out of him like Canelo did last night. And like I said, for him, obviously the natural progression is a Canelo rematch. And maybe talk a little bit shit to get to Canelo to take the rematch, get another payday, or turn around and try to get better BF and Joe Smith winner. More likely that might have to be in Canada. So I mean, I don't know if it's Joe Smith, that's the natural progression right there. If it's better BF, you probably just tend to think a little bit more about taking on better BF, especially if he fighting in a theater room. So, for Bivol, those is options. If I say, Canelo rematch for his pockets is number one option, and then the better BF Joe Smith Jr. winner, and then probably trying to get Benavidez to come up and fight you. For the fans, this is Joe Smith Jr. Benavidez winner, then the Canelo fight, then possibly getting David Benavidez, somebody to move up to fight you. So I mean, it is what it is, man. But for Canelo, man, he got to think long and hard about getting back in there with that monster. And can I do something different? And he only lost by 2 points, so can he do something different to turn the complete tide of that fight? For the fans' view, he come in and just dominate them, or he look at it as I just got to do a little bit more, and they just give me the fight. But I don't think that's enough validity because the way in the fans' view, the way he beat you up, you got to deliver that same type of ass whooping. Excuse my French. The way he beat you up, you got to deliver that same type of ass whooping. That's just the honest truth. So in the fans' view, if you go in there and you beat Bivol, you got you rematch Bivol right now, and you do win, and you do kind of win a controversial decision, which that's pretty much his whole career. You know, you know, should he give him, or should he grant him a trilogy? I mean, you got to fight him two more times. Maybe he do something different. Maybe he come in better shape. Maybe he figure it out. Maybe you never know. So if you do rematch him again, if you don't win with conviction, if you win by conviction, if you don't win by knockout, then you got to shoot him the trilogy. So you got to shoot him the trilogy, and then for Canelo, you go for it with the Golovkin rematch. You know, for Canelo, what was about the Bivol rematch, man? I don't know. If I was advising him, man, I would just ask him, how was his power, But I don't think he gonna go right back into a Bivol rematch. I think that style haunts him. He didn't try to rematch Floyd and try to rematch Lara. I think he probably gonna more than likely leave that alone. Then you say, well, the Triple G fight is still for undisputed. Most people look at it as a light touch. Triple G is nothing like Dimitri Bivol, lengthwise. He's nothing like Dimitri Bivol. You know what I'm saying? He's not as fast as me. So I think he probably still take the Golovkin fight. And I still think it's a fight that people want to see, especially at at 168 pounds. He still ain't been faded at 168. He still ain't been stopped at 168. He still ain't been beat at 168. So, Golovkin, he got a 70-inch 5'10", so he not as tall and long and actually fast as him, but he older opponent, still a fight. I think you go right back into the Triple G trilogy. I think most people look at that as a soft touch. I mean, once again, coming back down in weight, well, that hurt him coming from 75 to 68. He did, he was looking very muscular, training camp for Bivol. He went to the vegan diet, maybe blame the vegan diet. If he feel like he wasn't 100%, he was injured or the vegan diet, then if you got a legit excuse with yourself, then maybe you go back in that fight, you more powerful. But you didn't hurt that man once neither. So if I'm him, I probably go right into the Triple G trilogy, defend undisputed, probably come to the UK, take on John Ryder, you know what I'm saying? Then come back next year, hit the reset button, look at what Bivol and BetterBF and them doing. If BetterBF get the title, I say, hey, I'm good. He dispersed the title. Maybe I think about fighting somebody a little bit lesser. There's a lot of other dangerous guys at 175. I don't think he got to prove nothing else at 75. You got a title already, even though people think that was kind of fishy, that fight. But, hey, you got a title. I mean, like I said before, if, Gilberto Ramirez get a belt, maybe we think about fighting him. But Anthony Yard, Joshua Buatsi, they just too big, maybe a little bit too athletic. Maybe Anthony and Andre Durrell, he ranked number 5 in the WA. Maybe he get a belt. It got to be the right one, somebody to get a belt. But like I said, if BetterBF get a belt, I'm good. If you get all the belts, if people get all the belts, then it's from undisputed. I see what I think I take that risk again. You already got 2 losses. Bivol just would have been the better guy. From Joe Smith Jr. get that belt from BetterBF. I probably say, I probably fight Triple G. I tell Bob Arum, let him take a mandatory defense come May Cinco de Mayo in 2023. I'm gonna fight Joe Smith Jr. Then I get 3 belts. Then maybe for Mexican Independence Day in September 2023, I fall right back into a Dimitri Bivol fight for undisputed. So going right, he got options. I think um, more likely Joe Smith, he probably might not win that next fight with BetterBF. So I probably like Triple G Trilogy. See what happens with Bivol and BetterBF if they do. If they don't, I probably go Triple G Trilogy, John Ryder in December. Then I probably say in May 2023, maybe I think about rematch Dimitri Bivol again, where I'm at in my career. But for Bivol, like I said, it's a Canelo rematch. BetterBF Joe Smith Jr. winner, trying to get Benavidez, somebody come up for Canelo. It's probably more likely Triple G Trilogy, John Ryder, then turn around and take on Bivol 2023 sometime. So that's what I would do. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase chance notifications. For then you want to support the channel. Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. That's what to donate. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and subscribe button. It's the bell icon button. Hit on notification, increase chance notification. We'll live drop the video. Let me know.